Welcome back to That's Life with John Carver. This is episode number 377, and I'm calling this episode Wearing Their Shoes. Everyone has an invisible story. Many of those stories bring incredible pain, regret, fear, and shame. There are some things that only those who've walked in your shoes can comprehend. There are some things you might understand only if you've walked in other people's shoes. In early July 2023, I had a situation arise that caused me much stress. The situation reminded me of someone else I know who had many situations, except they were a factor of maybe 100 times worse than my own situation. In other words, my situation challenged me to put into perspective what I was dealing with at the time, because there are so many more people who are struggling with more in their lives. Others may try to understand and put themselves in your shoes. Having empathy, however, gets you as close as possible to walking in the shoes of others. When my daughter Juliana was fighting cancer for the second time in 2011, she said to her brother, quote, "You don't know my pain, you can't feel it," end quote. Those words, among many she uttered, were profound. Many people see dozens or hundreds of people every day, and they have no idea what's going on in their lives. One of the biggest assumptions for many people is they believe they are the only ones struggling with specific issues in their lives. This mentality creates a self-imposed mental prison for those who are trying to figure out life on their own. The biggest epiphany, at least for some people, is when they realize that they're not the only ones having similar challenges. If you pay close attention, you will see many of the ones who are living in agony go above and beyond to try to lift the load of pain from other people, because they know what it's like not to feel like pushing on another day. Author Shannon Alder wrote, quote, "One of the most important things you can do on this earth is to let other people know that they are not alone," unquote. Long time ago, I read a quote by L.R. Knost, K-N-O-S-T, that said, quote, "Tell your story, shout it, write it, whisper it if you have to, but tell it. Some won't understand it. Some will outright reject it, but many will thank you for it. And then the most magical thing will happen. One by one, voices will start whispering, 'Me too.' And your tribe will gather, and you will never feel alone again," unquote. The amazing happens when two events occur: when someone grabs your arm and walks beside you, and you look around and discover many people are walking on the same path as you. The process of wearing someone else's shoes takes a lot of love and empathy. It means that you will have to set aside your assumptions and try to see life through the eyes of those you want to help. It also means that you might experience a fraction of the pain that others are feeling. This can be life-changing, as it will not allow you to see life the same way again. Beginning today, look for ways to look and to walk with those who have built a concept that's maybe not based on the assumptions that you thought. In other words, walk with those that you have built a not so accurate assumption about, but never really invested time to walk in their shoes, because it will change your life for the better, and theirs too. Author Walt Whitman wrote, quote, "I do not ask about the wounded person how he feels, I myself become the wounded person." Again, I do not ask the wounded person how he feels, I myself become the wounded person, unquote. You just might be the one who turns lives around in ways that they would not have imagined, because you cared enough to try to understand what it's like to walk in their shoes. My name is John Carver. Thanks for watching.